All right, so here's a thought for you. Sometime in the next few hours, you're almost definitely going to use a piece of technology that most people think is, well, basically a museum piece. But the thing is, it's actually the invisible engine powering your entire digital life. So let's pull back the curtain on the secret of the mainframe.
Okay, be honest. When I say the words mainframe computer, what pops into your head? For most of us, right, it's probably some scene from an old black and white sci-fi movie. You're probably picturing these giant, room-sized machines with spinning tape reels, super slow, super clunky, ancient history, basically a dinosaur from the dawn of computing. Well, what if I told you that image is completely, totally wrong? Today, we are absolutely going to shatter that myth. This is what we're actually talking about, the modern mainframe. It's not slow, it's not clunky, it is an absolute powerhouse of performance and, maybe most importantly, reliability. Just think of it as a hyper-specialized machine, one that's built for the most demanding, high-stakes jobs on the entire planet. So here's the best way to think about it. Your laptop, your phone, they're like a Swiss Army knife. They're designed to do a whole bunch of different things pretty well. A mainframe? Nah. A mainframe is like a surgeon's scalpel. It's designed to do one critical thing, say process a financial transaction millions and millions of times, perfectly, without a single mistake. Okay, here's a really powerful analogy that'll make this click. Just imagine the mainframe as the air traffic control tower for our entire digital world. And if we stick with that idea, look how it all fits together. Your laptop? That's like a private jet. It's fast, it's agile, it's built for you. The cloud? Think of that as a whole fleet of drones, super flexible, you can scale them up or down for all sorts of tasks. But the mainframe? That's the control tower. It's the one thing that flawlessly manages thousands of these flights or transactions all at once with absolutely zero room for error. So this whole digital control tower thing, it isn't just some abstract idea. It is a very real part of your daily life. In fact, I'd bet you've used a mainframe, probably multiple times just in the last 24 hours, and you had no idea. Just think about it. Have you used an ATM recently? Booked an airline ticket? Filed your taxes online? How about just buying a coffee with your credit card? You know that little approved message that pops up almost instantly? Yep, that's a mainframe in the background, doing its job, processing your request with incredible speed and rock-solid security. And look, this isn't just about simple, everyday conveniences. We're talking about the absolute bedrock of the global economy. These systems process something like 30 billion transactions every single day. That's why the world's biggest banks, all the major airlines, governments, insurance companies, they all trust mainframes with their most critical, must-not-fail operations. Because in their world, there is simply no margin for error. Okay, so this probably brings up a big question in your mind, right? If we hear so much about the cloud being the future of everything, then why on earth do these mainframes still exist? Well, the short answer is they're built for completely different jobs. You can see it here. The cloud is amazing for flexible scalability. Hosting websites, storing all your photos, running all kinds of different apps. But a mainframe's core strength is something called transactional integrity. It's for when you absolutely, positively need to process millions of secure transactions with 100% certainty. So really, they aren't competitors at all. They're more like partners. Think about your mobile banking app. The app itself, it might live on the cloud, but the moment you hit transfer money, a mainframe takes over to do the heavy lifting, securely and reliably moving your funds from A to B. They're just two different but equally essential tools for two very different, very critical jobs. So let's just completely ditch that old dinosaur analogy for good, okay? And let's see the mainframe for what it really is, the unsung workhorse hero of our digital world. And its incredible power really boils down to three main pillars. And here they are. This is the triple threat that makes mainframes pretty much irreplaceable. Number one, unbelievable reliability. Number two, massive scalability. And number three, security that is basically a digital fortress. So let's just zoom in on that reliability for a second. Think about it. How much downtime can your bank really afford in a whole year? An hour? Maybe 10 minutes? Well, how about less than 6 minutes total for the entire year? That's what 99.999% uptime, what people in the industry call the 5 nines, actually means. It's just staggering. And honestly, this quote just nails it. It's not a dinosaur, but a specialized workhorse that never, ever quits.
If you want to understand the modern mainframe in a single sentence, that's it, right there. So, I'm just going to leave you with this one last thought. In a world that is built entirely on data, what is the actual price of even a tiny 1% error? Think about it. A single glitch in the right system could spiral into a global financial crisis. And when you really stop and consider those stakes, you start to see why this supposedly ancient mainframe isn't a relic of the past at all. It's the silent, unsung guardian of our digital future.